This is our last example and the last session. Next, I'm going to starting attributes concept. So up to the last example, we got an awareness about the tags. So how to use the tag and what is the tag? Some small awareness, we got it. Now with this knowledge, we are moving to the next one, attributes. So one of the key role playing by the attributes while designing of our web pages. How much important is the tags? The same much if importance for attributes also. With the tag only I can do everything, and with tag only I can do miracles, sir. No, sir. Tag with the supporting attributes also compulsory required. Tags, attributes, both are playing equal roles. And both if used effectively, then we'll get the proper outputs and effective designing also. But what is attribute and how many types of attributes are available, we are going to discussing now. First of all, what is this attribute, sir? Simply we can call it as settings. One word is available, sir. It's a settings related to, sir, tag settings. We don't know what is meaning of settings, sir. We know very well settings, sir. In our mobiles also we have so many settings. Mobiles setting option is there. If you go for the settings, a lot of settings are comes. Display settings to date and time settings to something. How we are making some settings in our mobiles for proper utilization, proper operation. Like that here also we have some settings. What is the reason? What is the need to use these settings, sir? Once go for the previous all examples. So see once the previous examples. So this is our last example. And here we have the output with the black and white color. And output is displaying in the left side of the browser. Left side of the browser. But in previous example, if you observe that instructions we are not given anywhere. We just requested to print the green apple, but browser automatically displaying in the black and white color and with the left alignment. So I don't need this left alignment, sir. Customization. And these colors also I don't want, sir. Customization. The customization is nothing but an attributes. Customization of the default outputs or the default alignments or default appearance of the data. We can customize by using attributes. Anything we can make the changes related to your data. Position, size, color, background colors, or alignments, whatever it may be. Even if you go for the old example also, before that one. So this is our HTML example, fourth example. We have some demo on setting titles and icons. And this also again black and white only. Why, sir, every example displaying the data in black and white, sir? Default instructions. Every tag inside we have some instructions. As per the instructions, browser displaying the data like that. But I want to break that instructions. I want to give my own instructions to browser along with the tag. We are using these attributes. Simple. So every HTML tag, they have one default style. Every HTML tag, they have their own styles or default styles. Whenever you want to make some changes, then attributes are required. So that's why here I mentioned that one. Attribute is a special feature of your tag. Or attribute is a setting of your tag. Or attribute is a property of your tag. There are three words I given side by side, sir. Feature, nothing but slash setting slash property. Which is the right, sir? All are correct, situational wise. All are correct, sir. Sometimes we are calling it's a setting of your tag. Sometimes we are calling the special feature of your tag. Sometimes we are calling it's a property of your tag. Everything is valid. No problem. And what is the use of these attributes, sir? Just now I explained. Use it to change the default look and feel of your data or elements. Originally, how the browser displaying the outputs, that I want to change. Then take the support of attributes. In every tag, we have attributes, sir. 90% of the HTML tag, they maintains internally attributes. 90% of HTML tag, they maintains internally attributes. Or 10% we don't have any attributes. Those tags, attributes not required. And first I'm going to explaining with the HTML attributes. Attributes, we have two flavors or two categories there. One is HTML providing some attributes and is CSS also providing some attributes. HTML tags providing some attributes, and your upcoming concepts, upcoming topic is CSS also, they have some attributes. Journey starts with HTML attributes, and after 1 or 2 days, we are also starting CSS. Not 1 or 2 days are possibility available today only, otherwise tomorrow. CSS attributes also I am starting parallelly. The very first, I am starting with HTML attributes. CSS attributes are any HTML attribute. Purpose the second sentence only, sir. A CSS attribute or HTML attribute, whatever it may be, the purpose is this is only. And the next one, the syntax of the HTML attributes. Angle bracket, the name of the tag, common thing, H1, H2, paragraph tag, whatever it may be. After that, a small space, single space. Then attribute equals to parameter, space, second attribute equals to parameter, again space, third attribute equals to parameter. Like that, we can go for any number of attributes. Every attribute after, better give one space. Not compulsory, but recommendations. Every attribute completion after or typing after, better maintain one space. Without space also it will work, sir, but not correct way. So attribute equals to double quotations parameter I'm mentioning. Again, attribute equals to single quotations parameter. Or attribute equals to without any quotation parameter. Why these all, sir? Anything is valid. Double quotations are valid, single quotations are valid, and without quotations also valid. So everything is valid. Your comfortability. Which one you feel comfortability, go for that one. Simple. Now comes to this explanation. Attribute equals to parameter. So attribute is a setting of a tag, and parameter is value of that attribute. Parameter is nothing but an value of the attribute. In our mathematics or any programming language, a equals to 10 is a value. So what is this a, sir? Generally variable, and 10, sir, it's a value. Not only maths, even physics also available here. Distance traveled, some 1 kilometer. So time taken equals to some 30 minutes. So what is this distance traveled and time taken, sir? Variables, say programmatically. Names, identifiers. This distance here equivalents to an attribute. 1 kilometer is equivalents to one parameter. So this is the attribute and this is the value of attribute. Example, a bottom rough example is available. See that, sir. Width equals to 100 pixels. Width equals to 100 px. Px stands for pixels. But what is this width, sir? One of the HTML attributes, predefined attributes, sir. And 100 pixels are value of that width. Directly, it's a measurement of the width. But when measurement comes in pixels, sir. Last session we discussed it together. Images all are comes in pixels format. And most of electronic devices measurements comes in pixels format only. Your mobiles are pixels screen size. Your laptop's screen size is pixels. Your TV screen size is also pixels. No, sir, I'm not measuring in pixels. I'm saying my screen is 6.2 inches. My screen is 6.75 inches. User convenience measurements, sir, but not technical measurements. Attracting for the customer, the company is prompting like that. 6.7 inches, big screen. And if you set the 2000 by 400 pixels, sir, all users unable to understand 2000 by 400 pixels are. And how much screen comes? Again, question comes. That's why companies are going to highlighting that one in the regular life measurements. Inches or centimeters. But computers never accepting the inches or centimeters. I mean, especially programming gods. Pixels, better option for us. So width is 100 pixels, like that 100 height equals to 200 pixels. Width is attribute name, 100 pixels is the value. Height is attribute name and 200 pixels is the value. So this is the syntax. But quotations, sir, it's a valid, sir. Double quotes is valid. If you are interested, single quotes also valid. Quotations not interested, without quotations also valid. But always suggestion is use double quotes. Suggestion is use double quotes. If you are not interested double quotes, you can go for as per your interest, sir. But as per the W3C norms or HTML guidelines, double quotes are the suggestible while writing of the values to attributes. So this is the syntax, or this is the way to mention attributes in our tags. Every tag right side attributes are comes, sir. First tag name is comes, tag name after space, space after attributes. How many attributes we can use in the single tags are? Your interest, sir. How many attributes you know, you can use those all attributes. I know 150 attributes, sir. No problem. There is no limit for this number of attributes. Based on our program demanding, we are going to using these attributes. And the next one, the basic and general explanation related to attributes. But in HTML, these attributes are divided into subcategories. All HTML attributes are divided into subcategories. How many categories are? 4 types available. All HTML attributes are divided into the 4 categories or 4 types. One is global attributes. Second one is the specific attributes. Third one is event attributes. Fourth one is optional attributes. How many HTML attributes are available? Those all are categories wise divided. A categories names, first one global attributes. Second one specific attributes. Third one event attributes. Fourth one optional attributes. Total 4 models. But the same question if you search in Google, sir, so many cases will get the answer 3 only, sir. Types of attributes and will get answer 3 only. But you are saying the 4, sir. As per HTML5, we have 4 categories. As per the HTML4 version, we have 3 categories only. And in 5th version of HTML, 1 more category introduced. That is the meaning. So names are these. I'll show it. Wait. These are the types what I pronounced up to now. Global, specific, event, and optional. This optional available from HTML5 version. Old version said that this model not comes. We have only 3 models. That's all. But we are discussing HTML5 so updated answer. But if anybody they are asking in interview, we have to answer 3 or 4, sir. 4 only, obviously. Next, we don't know what is meaning of global, and we don't know what is meaning of specific. We don't know what is meaning of event, sir. I'm explaining that one, sir. And before going to explanation, a small note point here. I'm just explaining the types of attributes for our background knowledge only, technical knowledge purpose only. But I'm not going to executing the programs. I'm not going to developing the programs based on the types. 100% very bad approach, sir. Types only theoretical discussions purpose plus your awareness only. Programs always designed based on the not types of attributes, based on the purpose of the page. There is some scenario, somebody they are following that ones are types wise examples. But when you are solving the problem, so types not useful for us. A spontaneous usage of attribute required. So that's why I'm following the second approach. But why you are explaining these types, sir? Your time is bad. You will get the 3 questions from that 6 lines. 3 interview questions available in UI technologies. The matter 6 or 7 lines available, sir. Matter 7 lines, sir, but 3 interview questions available. Question number 1, I just explained how many types of HTML attributes are available. Question number 2, what are the HTML core attributes? As Java students, you are never facing this question, sir. As a UI developmentation or web developer, you are facing this question. Pure Java interviews, this question not comes. When you are trying as a web developer, when you are trying as a front-end developer, or when you are trying as a UI developer, then these questions are comes. And based on the type of interview, questions list changing, sir. Universally, nobody is going to asking same questions. That's my personal experience, I'm saying that. Any interview, same question, sir, not correct thing. The purpose of the interview, what they're expecting as per that questioning style changing and questions also going to changing. But what we are doing is small mistakes generally. If you are going to attending any interview, same questions we are preparing. Most of the students. Then only we are getting some little bit of failures. Reason, way of preparation is the problem. So the situation also clearly said here. So what are the HTML core attributes, sir? And indirectly they're asking the question about the global attributes. But maximum scenarios in interviews, they're using the HTML core attributes. Core Java like that core attribute. Now within the brackets, I mentioned that word, see that one. This is the original name global only, sir. But technically they are pronouncing core attributes. So what we have to answer this question, sir? Global attributes are supported by the most of HTML tags. That's why we are calling it as a global. This attribute not related to H1, or this attribute not related to paragraph, or this attribute not related to head tag. 99% of the HTML tags, they support these attributes. Or we can use these attributes with a combination of most of HTML tags. So I'm the global component. Anybody they can use. That is the meaning of global attributes. It's a similar to global variables in our programming languages. Global variables, where we can use her? Anywhere. Who can use her? Any function, any method, any. Like that, these are also the same scenario. Any tag, they can implement these global attributes, these attributes. But why we are calling it a core attribute, sir? Core in the sense fundamental. The exact meaning of the core is fundamental or basic. Core Java, why we are calling? The fundamental of the Java technologies. But okay. Core Java reason is it's a fundamental for entering into the Java technologies. That is meaning. So core means basement. These are the fundamental attributes of HTML tags, plus supported by the most of the tags. Examples are, there are some names I listed here, sir. You can observe ID, name, class, align, style, width, height, title, etc., etc. All these are the most of the universal attributes. 95% of the HTML tags, they support these attributes, sir. A couple of tags only, they are not supported these attributes. And the next one is the specific attributes, also called as personal. Tags personal attributes. That tag only supported, other tags are not supported, and no use of those. Is there any attributes, sir? We have something here. So specific attributes are belongs to certain group of tags only. A group, how many tags are available, sir? Maybe one tag or maybe 5 tags. But most of tags, 90% of tags, no chance. One tag or 5 tags or 10 tags or 15 tags only supporting hardly. Count we can't say, sir. Reason, one attribute to one tag only supported. Some attribute to 3 tags are supported. Some attribute to 4 tags are supported. So count saying is not possible. That's why I'm saying a very few tags only supported these attributes. Count wise, few number of tags only supporting this one. Few. So that is we called as a specific or personal to tags. Examples are that a call span option is available, one attribute. It is supported by only table tags. Other than table tags, this call span no use for us. No use. If you are implemented also, we are not getting any special outputs. Next, similarly, row span is available. This is also related to tables concept only. Except the table situations, these attributes no use. If you implement it, sir, typing time waste to plus your finger also getting the pain. Unnecessary anamata. That is the meaning of specific to the particular topic or tags. That's all. But this room is available, sir. Here, a big room. So who can utilize this one? Anybody in the universe, sir? Any publica? Or who can utilize this room? Or who joined in Naresh Institute or who got admission in our Naresh Institute, those only they can utilize this. But the personal, global. Purely it's a personal. It's not universal and it's not a global. Next, outside we have some parks. Tank Bando, Necklace Road, NTR Gardens, like that. Charminar, like this. But who can see that one? Anybody. Foreign tourists also, they are visiting those places. Are the universal component. But this is not universal component. It is belongs to only Naresh Technologies. Those members only, they can utilize this one. So this is the specific attribute. Charminar is the global attribute. Hyderabad chicken dum biryani is also global attribute. That's world famous. No idea, na? Like copyrights, patent rights also available for that one. So some components global, related to all, but some components are the specific, not related to all. And the next one is event attributes. So what is the special of these, sir? Event attributes basic purpose is to call JavaScript. Right now we are in HTML. HTML program, they want to execute a JavaScript codes. Or HTML program, they want to run some JavaScript functions or something, sir. So for that, we are going to using event attributes. Event attributes. This purpose is executing the JavaScript logics or calling of the JavaScript functions. Calling of JavaScript functions or execution of the JavaScript logics. For that, we are using the event attributes. Purely related to JavaScript, sir. I don't want any JavaScript, sir. These attributes no use for us. Yes. I don't want to call any JavaScript. I don't want to execute any JavaScript logic, sir. 100% these attributes not useful for us. But without JavaScript HTML, we can't imagine. HTML backbone compulsory JavaScript only. So what are the attributes that comes here, sir? On click, on load, on focus, on blur, on change, on submit. Like that, we have approximately 25 plus attributes are available. And every attribute to first word on common, sir. We can easily recognize that one. When you are observing any attribute, is it event attribute or normal attribute, sir? How can recognize it? How many I mentioned here? Every word before on is there, see that. I predefined, not my personal. On clicker, on loader, on focus, on blur, on change. So as per that first two letters on word, we can easily identify it's a HTML's event attribute. They implemented for execution of some JavaScript code. Any logic we can connect, no problem. And these event attributes, another pronunciation, dynamic attributes. This is the another question. Previously I said one question, core attributes. Now what are the HTML dynamic attributes? What are the HTML dynamic attributes? And you have to explain about the event attributes. These are the event attributes and representing the different situations. In every situation, they are supporting to run some JavaScript code. Event means what, sir? Occasion only gada? Event means occasion only gada? In your college, you are not conducted any events, sir? But occasion gada? Situation or occasion. Event organizers are also available gada? That is one of the business. Event organizers. So in our, suppose your marriage function, madam, next month your marriage function, what we are doing generally? One is self-arrangement. You are busy. This total contract we are given to event organizers. What they are doing, sir? They are celebrating your happy function or sad function. Gana, Bana, whatever it may be. They are celebrating. An event is nothing but an occasion. Or event is nothing but in a situation. So these are the different occasions or situations to call the JavaScript programs. These all are the different occasions or different situations to execute or to call a JavaScript programs. That's why we are calling event attributes. And the last model, optional attributes. The last model is optional attribute. So what is this optional, sir? Meaning available in the category names are optional. It's not compulsory to specify or it's not compulsory to type. It's an attribute only, but it's not mandatory to use. Examples are, go to your previous examples. Here we have some lang optional. Lang equals to English available, EN. But sometimes I'm using that one, sometimes I'm not using. But still program is working. So that is an optional attribute. It's not mandatory. But comes to the last class example, sir. But href I am not given, sir. Still I will get my icon. Still it displaying my logo. No, under that attribute optional or compulsory? Compulsory. So if you use the href and write the address of your image, then only icon is going to displaying, right? If you miss this one, sir, you didn't get any icons. So this is not optional, it's a mandatory. But lang, sir, with the lang our program is working, without lang also our program is working, and we'll get the proper output also. So that is optional. So some attributes are the optional, sir. It's not compulsory to specify or to design in the program. Those attributes are called as the optional attributes. It's available since HTML5. Old versions, this feature is not available. Example, lang is one of the optional attribute and type is also one of the optional attribute. We are not using any types or future topics we are using that one. Lang, we have some awareness. That's why I'm highlighting that one. So these are the 4 types of HTML attributes. Only for your technical knowledge plus facing of the interview questions. That's all. But now I'm going to showing one example overally with all these attributes. You can separate examples, no, a time-based process only. I'm covering all 4 models, but in the single program only. So I'm printing a small message here, H1. So Naresh I Technologies, this is the message what I am printing. But as per our previous knowledge, this Naresh I Technologies is displaying in the left side of the web page as a default instruction or default setting. Naresh I Technologies are displaying the left side of the your web page. It's a default setting. But now, sir, I don't want left side, sir. I want to get into center of the screen, or I want to get into the right side of the screen, sir. Yes, sir. Use one of the global attribute align equals to value, sir, center. Align is an attribute. It's a setting. What is the setting, sir? Center setting. Now we'll get the Naresh into center of the screen. A center of the web page, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Center of the web page only. Now see that one. We are in the magnifier mode, so that's a position changing. The actual view of the content. If I adjust the size of the browser, sir, there is no problem. Automatically data set position also adjusting. The browser width I'm reducing, sir. Our browser height I'm reducing, sir. You see that. Whenever you make the changes in our browser size, data are automatically adjusting into the center position. Align equals to center. Next, align equals to right, sir. Now the same text comes the right side of your web page. The same text comes the right side of the web page. So, but what is the use of attribute? To customize the default settings. Every tag by birth they have some settings, but we don't like those. We are making some changes in that one. It's just to starting point, sir. We have to discuss the hundreds of attributes like this. The first attribute, that's all. Next, I'm taking one paragraph, sir. For paragraph also, I'm going to applying the same alignment option. A big paragraph. So paragraph is closed. And what about the default alignment of the paragraph, sir? Left A. For every tag, almost left alignment comes. Naresh I Technologies center available, but paragraph available the left side. Left side alignment. How can say it's a left side, sir? A right side line edges observed, na? One line forward, one line backward, one line forward, one line backward. Like as our notebook writing style. We are writing in same manner, notes. One line ending with Kokatpally, another line Mayapur ending, another high-tech city ending, generally. Uniformity not following because busy in writing style. But textbooks observed, all are uniformly ending. 10 lines available, 10 lines ending point same. Starting point same and ending point is also same. Can I get that type of alignment, sir? Why not? That is only I am showing here. Align equals to justify. Now your textbook's style of alignment is comes, see that one. Align equals to justify. Observe now ending of the lines. Difference available. Previously to now. Generally now textbooks we are observing like that. Starting point is sharply starting, sir. Ending point also sharp ending is comes. Before this, first line ending point is different, second line ending point different, third line ending point different, fourth line ending point is different. 4 lines for different points it's ending. Now after applying the justify, you will get all in the proper finishing. Box size also neatly it will come, see this one. Another alignment, center to left to right to something like that. So what is this align, sir? It's one of the global attribute. Why, sir? But alignment only for headings, paragraphs only, yeah? No, kada, almost for all content we need the alignments. Headings, paragraphs, labels, pages, images, audios, videos, everywhere alignment is the common thing. That is the global. So just for your awareness, I'm typing here. Next comes to the specific attributes, sir. We don't need separate example. A link tag is the best example for that. Reason, sir. Relative is attribute. But as per current discussions observed, link tag name space rel equals to icon. But what is rel, sir? Attribute. And icon is value of that attribute. Same as to alignment. Next, href equals to your logo 1.jpng or logo 2. Something. Two attributes. Relative equals to icon and href equals to this one. But this relative I want to use in h1 tag, sir. Relative equals to icon. What happens? H1 tag is setting as icon. H1 tag is occupying this much of space. But there in icon setting we have below 1 centimeter. So this heading displaying is there. It's not possible. So the useless option. Reasons are, these are the personal or specific attributes. Rel, href, both are the specific attributes. Meaning I'm not explaining, sir, because the topic already completed. I'm just identifying this is the so and so. Both are the specific attributes. And comes to the language. The language equals to en is available. And this is our output. I'm removing that language. Save this. Refresh. Or re-execute. Whatever it may be. Same output. So language available case, some different output. Language non-available case, some different outputs. No chance. If it is there or not, result is same. So moral is, it's a optional attribute, not compulsory. But three models here we tested it. And what about the four last ones are dynamic attributes? That also I'm going to showing here. I'm writing one h1 tag once again here. H1 message, sir. Click here. Message is click here. A small message we are displaying to the user. Click here. But whenever I click on here, I want to display some message to user. As a developer, we are displaying a message to user. Click here. But if I click on here, sir, I'm clicking here. No response. Reason, sir, incompleted designing. Only heading completed. Click here. Compulsory after reading of this message, user trying to click that one. Whenever user they click on this one, we want to do something logically. I want to display small message to user, sir. JavaScript. I want to change some colors, sir. JavaScript. I want to change some positions, sir. JavaScript. I want to do some calculations, sir. Addition or subtraction, something, sir. JavaScript. But how a JavaScript is executed in HTML pages, sir? By using event attributes. So I'm going to taking one of the HTML attribute on click. Attribute name is on click. Right? If you click on that heading tag, this event is going to triggering. But what to do, sir? Right here some JavaScript. Right here a small JavaScript here. But we don't know any idea about the JavaScript, sir. For its working or not a testing purpose, I'm writing a simple step here. Just a simple step. alert. Welcome. No. Hello world. What is this alert, sir? It's one of the predefined function of the JavaScript. JavaScript language, one of the predefined function. That function I'm calling here. My intention not showing off the JavaScript. My intention, this attribute working or not, that is I want to show you. If it is working or not, a testing purpose, minimum coding required. The minimum coding is this one. The minimum coding is this one. Alert followed by hello world. Now, few minutes back, I already clicked here, but no response from the system. Now you can click here. You'll get a small response. Welcome. Sorry, hello world. Okay. Again, click here, sir. On this setting, in this line, anywhere we can click it. So whenever you click here, every time that message comes. The box is called as the alert box. This box is called as alert box. In our mobiles, the top of the screen alerts comes here. Like that, this is also alert, displaying some message to users. The lifetime operations are, once if we design the code, it's working lifelong. In future, how many times you are clicking here, that every time the message comes. So JavaScript mapping or interaction, one of the way from HTML is this. Different ways are available, but now we are discussing about the attribute point of view. Next, for another idea, another awareness, the body tag we have here, body tag. In this body tag also, I'm going to implementing one of the attributes, event attribute only. So what is that, sir? Onload. The attribute name is onload. What is the meaning of onload, sir? While loading the web page into the browser. Simple meaning, while opening of the web page. When our user are trying to open the web page, I want to display some message to user. Welcome to my website. Right here. Again, alert only I'm using. Alert. Welcome to my website. A small message. When will get this message, sir? Whenever you open your web page, only one side will comes. Because one web page we are opening only once only. So it comes only one time on loading of the page. Back to this one. I'm freshly opening that box. See that one. URL given. Press the enter key. So first we got the message, welcome to my website. Okay. The balance option. The welcome message style and what. Sometimes when you are going to corporate offices, some restaurants or hotels, welcome sir, and somebody receiving like that. Actually, in this place, we have to design some logics, sir, but we don't know JavaScript about it, just a small messages we are displaying. So onload, it's a situation or it's an occasion. While loading of the page, I want to do something that we can write here. Or whenever the user, they click on this heading, whenever user, they click on this heading, I want to run some logic, sir, right here. Alert only possible, sir. No, sir. Alert place you can write if conditions, so calculations, so for loops, so while loops, so arrays, so hoops, so collections, so whatever it may be. How many varieties of JavaScript logics you have the knowledge? Implement any of the coding here. Even for loop also you can write. If conditions, so switch cases also we can write. And we can call functions. Predefined functions are your own functions. Predefined methods are your own methods. We can call any of those also. That when we are doing those, all the things are in original JavaScript subject, we are doing those. Up to that, I think this is just idea purpose. Next, back to screen. Well, again, when it comes the welcome message, sir, if you reopen the page or if you reload the page or if you refresh the page, when you are refreshing, again, welcome message comes. I want to see one more time, sir. Reload. Reload or reopen? Reload or reopen? But these number of times you are reloading anywhere pages, sir? Generally, no. Maximum one no or hardly 2 times. So that code executed 1 or 2 times. Clicks are the lifelong process, the lifetime activity. So 4 attributes overally we implemented, sir, here. And once observe the all 4 attributes available in the same program, there is no difference in writing style. All 4 attributes we are typing in the same style, and all 4 attributes are displaying in the same color also. There is no difference. Then why we discuss it, sir? Just we discuss the background knowledge. Editor point of view, HTML point of view, you all are attributes, that's all. The global something not required. These all the categories names created by us. Sabka Malik एक ही है, but we have so many. Who created? By human beings only, not by the God. We are preparing our own as per our something like that. Like that, just attributes. But don't forget, sir, because interviews marks missing chances available. Matter. Next, what we implemented here are 5 to 6 attributes. Everything is HTML. Then what about the CSS, sir? Same style, we are also implementing CSS attributes also in same style. Now, from this minute onwards, we are also introducing the CSS. But coming all the sessions, HTML, CSS, both moving parallelly, sir. But first HTML completing, after completion of the total HTML syllabus, then freshly CSS starting, sir. The time waste, first of all. Second one, no, integration knowledge you are missing. You are learning HTML separately, CSS separately. That awareness gone, common thing. So that's why without creating the problem, integration problems especially, from this minute onwards, side by side, we are starting CSS also. Well, again, separate batches, separate Zoom link, sir. Don't think that too much, sir. In the same session, both running like as a railway track, parallelly going on both. Every example, CSS we are using and HTML also we are using, we'll get the better awareness about the integrations. It's more useful for our designing purpose. So officially, first time we are going to starting CSS discussion. First, a few lines about the CSS. Cascading style sheets. Everybody who knows the full form. Recent sessions we discussed already. Cascading style sheets, CSS. So what is the main purpose of this CSS, sir? Presenting the web pages in the more attractive format. Presenting the web pages or designing the web pages in the more attractive format. That we can simply say as a applying the styles on web pages. We can also say as a to change the look and feel of a HTML pages. We already discussed, remember, CSS is nothing but an markup. Remember, CSS is nothing but an markup. How much effectively markup is going on, sir? That much of effectively we are presenting to photos, videos, every human being. CSS, frankly speaking, the same thing, sir, CSS. So make our operations, beautician, or hairstylist, or costume designer, or something. These are all the roles one CSS is doing. So what is your function? What you are expecting if you inform to CSS, providing all dresses to makeup kit to etc. 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 The simple process. And CSS also providing tags as are like as HTML. No, sir, CSS doesn't have any tags. Tags available only in HTML only. CSS, we don't have any tags. But what we have, sir, CSS is a purely collection of attributes only, or properties. Sir. CSS contains only attributes. CSS eating attributes, CSS drinking attributes, CSS breathing attributes. Yes, sleeping on attributes only. Okay. Without attributes, nothing is there in CSS. Without tags, nothing is there in HTML. And without using the tags, design the page, sir, not possible. At least one tag required. In CSS also like that only. So CSS provides only styles but not the tags. But you said attributes, sir. Coming to sentence that only. Style is a group of attributes. Style is a group of attributes. Minimum one attribute, sir. Maximum any number of attributes we can take. So 5, 10, 15 attributes we are grouping and setting one name for this one. Then it becomes as a style. And combine the number of styles and design as a one file, it becomes as a CSS program. Simple thing. But how these CSS are applying on the HTMLs are supporting attributes are available. Mapping. For last example, we call JavaScript or not? The HTML, but we link it to JavaScript. Like that, HTML linking to HTML, CSS styles, supporting attributes are available. The CSS is small information. Main purpose of the CSS is make out the pages, and it helps to design the pages in more presentable and attractive format. And CSS providing only styles. For markup and styles available, nothing else. Next, how many ways we can implement the CSS, sir? On HTML page, how many ways we can implement the CSS styles, sir? Different ways or different models available to implement the CSS settings. With total 3 models are names I listed here. First approach, inline CSS. Second approach, internal CSS. Third approach, external CSS. These are the 3 different ways to implement the CSS. Simple things are a small funny example. Yesterday Sunday, kada? Generally in our home, not hostels. In our original hometowns, in our home, mother available. Generally Sunday, anything special? Obviously. Right? Kada? Rest of 6 days, maybe if you are going to taking that one or not, Sundays, 90% of non-vegetarians, non-veg they are taking. A common thing. Right? But yesterday Sunday, so chicken biryani, right? But chicken biryani making or preparations, only one style available. Different styles available. Kada? Why, sir? One style enough. Kada? Why that number of varieties, models? Different taste, right? But biryani cooked separately, chicken prepared separately. What is this called? Rice prepared separately, chicken or curry prepared separately. So this is named general chicken biryani. And chicken pieces also cooked along with the rice only, sir. Inside the rice. This is called as chicken dum biryani. And the boys are better here. As per your preparation style, a name heading changing. While boiling of the rice, if you also place the pieces and add something, sir, that is called as the dum biryani. Pieces separately we are cooking and rice separately cooking and finally mixing and serving, sir. That is general chicken biryani. In these pieces, bones not available, it's a boneless chicken biryani. Bones also available, fry piece chicken biryani. Only leg pieces available, leg piece chicken biryani. It is general matter. All biryanis, but preparation styles are different. So like that, all CSS styles are, but applying styles are different styles available. How many styles we can apply the CSS on HTML page, sir? 3 styles we can apply. Inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS. And these 3, once again, your interview questions also. difference between inline internal, difference between the internal and external, your interview questions also. Your time bada, the same question you are facing. So listen, if you remember it properly, easily to answer that one. Otherwise, go in the. We don't know what is difference between the inline and the internal or etc. Sir, I'm just going to explaining those only, sir. The first approach, second approach, third approach. First approach official name is inline CSS. Question you will get in interviews with inline. Difference between the inline and internal, or difference between the internal and external, or difference between the inline and external. Within these three, comparison they are asking. Because for preparation of, for doing of the same task, any of the work or task, you have more than one option, sir. What is difference between the first option and second option? It's a general question, sir, in any subject. Confirm. For performing of the task or operation, we have only one option, sir. Difference never comes. In interviews also, you are never getting any question. More than one solution available, more than one way is there, compulsory questions are rising. Not only these subjects are the universal formula in any language. So what is meaning of inline, sir? HTML tag along with the CSS properties. Where we are writing the HTML tag, in the same line, right side, CSS settings also we are implementing. HTML tag, CSS styles, both are coming in the same line. That is called as inline. First to see the meaning. Inline means, sir, within the same line. That is the meaning of that. Within the same line. What are those, sir? Tag plus CSS settings both comes in the single line. That is the meaning of inline CSS or inline implementation. HTML tag along with the CSS properties. You want to detail HTML, where the HTML tag available, the right side of the tag CSS styles also comes. Right side of the tag. Examples are, go to your previous example. Here we have onloader. In this place CSS styles are comes. Here we have align places CSS styles are comes. But CSS style HTML both available in the same bench or different benches. Same bench, like as our colleges benches. That is within the same line, inline, shortcut. Example or syntax, sir. This is the syntax. Tag followed by style equals to double quotations, attribute colon value, semicolon, attribute colon value, semicolon, up to n number of attributes. What is this variety syntax, sir? It is not matching to your previous explanation or 10 minutes before explanation. The different. Tag followed by style. Why the style is comes, sir? What we are applying? Styles on HTML. So that's why that starts with the style word. And in CSS, what is the middle letter meaning? Style. That style, this style. Super style, Rajnikant style. Simple. So CSS generally they starts with the style, sir. After that, what is the CSS attribute and what is the value of that attribute? Again, second attribute, value of that attribute. Like that, hundreds of attributes we can use like this. There is no limit. And all these attributes should be enclosed within the double quotes. Oh, half an hour back, I said double quotes your choice, right? But now double quotes compulsory, not your choice. Double quotes or single quotes or quotations mandatory. Quotation not available, meaning is changing and implementation also not proper. Why, sir, half an hour only your way of explanation changes, sir? The HTML technology, sir, is CSS technology. Two different subjects, but learning combinedly in the same course. So subject to subject guidelines are different. Rules and regulations also different. You have both nodes available. You don't need to worry about this one. Like a HTML heading, parameter should be enclosed within the double quotes. A sentence available, I'm not deleted. A HTML version over. Now we'll come to the CSS version. In CSS version, guideline is this one. The inline CSS. I'm going to implementing this one. See. Once again, see the program. We have one H1 and with that H1 we are printing once again Naresh Technologies. But Naresh Technologies displaying with which colors are not position over already. Now we are focusing on colors because styles means CSS. So which color it is printing, sir? By default black and white. Observe the program top to bottom. Are you asked anywhere? A browser, I need the output in black and white. We requested anywhere? No. We given any instruction? No. Automatically it is taking that colors. I don't like that black and white, sir. I need something colors, sir. Start the CSS. Take the style. If you want to change the colors, compulsory CSS required. And somebody they are feeling we can HTML also we can change the colors, sir. HTML also we can change the colors, no problem, sir. But in our childhood days, not now. And it's a very, very, very outdated concept. Changing the colors by using the HTML concept is a very outdated topic, so better don't follow that one. But some websites we saw like that only, sir. Outdated, don't follow. So style equals to either single quotes or double quotes, your choice, but quotations compulsory. So what are the markup you require? Write that instructions here. So fonts are Fair and Lovely, shiners are something what you require, right inside that one. Your data comes with your requested settings. I want to just make the change of the color, sir. A black color I want to replace with other color. Color colon red. Now the data displaying with the red color like this. We just changed the appearance. I don't want red color, sir. Which color you interested? Write the color spelling here. Your spelling browser understanding will get the proper color. By chance your spelling browser not understand default only black. You are not getting any errors. Suppose I am going to writing blue, sir. Is it error, sir? 100% no errors. Last 1 week explanations, observe carefully. HTML, we don't have any errors. Even if you write the code wrongly also errors are not comes, right? Whenever your instructions not understand by the browsers, it's following their own styles. Black restores. So be careful about spellings. Can I write the blue in capital letters, sir? That is not a problem. HTML is not case sensitive. It's a case insensitive language. So capitals or smalls is not a matter. Only spelling is the matter. Next, I'm taking one paragraph, sir. Previous paragraph only. So making the color changes for this one also. Once again, style equals to double quotes, color red, capital letters. Color name this time I'm using the capital letters. Your paragraph is displaying with your requested colors. Heading in blue, paragraph in red. Sir, text color only you are changing, sir. Yes, sir. I want to change the full web page color, sir. Total web page available in white color, right? A white color I don't, sir. I need something, any other color. Possible, sir. Yes, sir. Attributes also we can. Complete HTML, not case sensitive, sir. So go to the body. Style equals to background colon. Which color you require? Just apply the color here. Full web page color changing now. Why full web page color changing, sir? Because this color setting I applied on body tag. Remember the head section of body section. If same setting I applied to the H1 tag, sir, how much area H? So once you want to get the seriousness, one or two students, if I send out of the classroom, others are getting alert, right? Back rows especially. Always back rows, boys, especially this side. How many times there I said, don't make any noise, don't make any noise. And you want to take this seriously, compulsory 2 students or 3 students. So if I send out, automatically balance are getting alert. Otherwise, Sivakumar saying but not implementing, Sivakumar saying not implementing. You don't feel like that. I'm implementing, sir. 100%. Don't make any noise. You don't have any right to disturb your co-students, right? But why you are talking? It's creating nuisance. You want to talk it? Seller freely available. Front rows, I don't have any disturbances. Listening or not, first silently sitting. And then listening or not, God only knows that one. Huh? Correct? Listening, huh? Seriously. Okay, very good. So I'm applying the background for H1 tag first of all. Background, some cyan color I applied here. And now it's changing the background for yellow H1 tag. Naresh I Technologies. But only single line. Why single line, sir? Your tag, how much area occupied, that much of area it's impacted. There's single line, it is occupied. That's all. If I apply the paragraph, sir, till 3 lines, it is applying the color. Because paragraph spread it to 3 lines. Your data occupation area, it's impacted to background color. Same thing I'm shifting to the paragraph, sir. Sure. Red yellow I'm going to using. Background is yellow. Refresh. This is red and yellow. If number of lines increases, sir, now background also increasing. See that one. Observe. The data number of lines increased, your color is also expanding automatically. Number of lines reduced, sir, color also reducing. That is, I said, how much area your tag occupied or how much area you are printing the data, that area is impacted. I don't want this area, that area, line number 1, line number 2, sir. I need the full top to bottom, sir. Apply the same setting for the body tag. Style equals to background color colon, write some of the background. Which one? Green, huh? So over onto the green zone. The full screen changed as green color. I put affecting a way of presentation changed. We are not designed any something, sir. We are testing. It's working or not. We are just testing. Tomorrow onwards, implementations also comes. Before purchasing anything, first you are somebody you are saying, somebody like this, somebody it depends upon the component. Depends upon the component. We are trial. That is, we said as a trials. This is also trial match, warm up matches. Here, what are the things I followed? That everything is inline CSS. How can say it, sir? I'm applying the background color. Where I'm applying, sir? Body tag right side. But my tag name plus my CSS styles both are in the same line, nothing but an within the line, in line. The first approach. This one, practicing programs, okay, sir, but real-time applications, we are not preferring this one. Practicing programs, okay, but real-time applications, inline CSS, not encourageable process. Reasons are time taken process plus memory wasting. Inline CSS is wasting the memory, at the same time taken process also. Future we are getting the meanings of those, not. But suggestion either remember that one. Practicing programs, okay, we can write anyway, there is no problem. But applications, projects, inlines are not preferable. Reasons I also said, but meanings future will get it. Reason number one, memory consuming process. It consumes the more memory. Second one, affected to your performance also. Your web page performance. Takes the more time for loading. Takes the more time for opening of the web page. Two problems if you want to overcome it, sir. You should go for the either internal CSS or external CSS. Solution for. What is the use of this one, sir? Warm up or practicing. But cricket matches available. So tomorrow match and today all players are practicing in the nets, right? Like as tomorrow's style, same dressing style, same helmets, same thing. No, gada. But as per my observation, I think no, sir. Practicing in the nets, they are going to using the different dressing style, different type of shoes also using, because they don't need to run it, especially batsmen. Stably standing and only playing the balls. That's all. Run up not required. Run up not required cases are specially designed shoes not required. Gada. Next time watch, observe that one. Warm-up match dressing style. What are the guards kits they are going to using? A little bit varying to the official matches also. Exactly not available. But that is the wrong way, sir. Just practicing. Umpire is not objecting, referee not objecting. Audience also not feeling. Right? Warm-up matches, they are using generally shots only. But original matches, shots not accepted. Gada. Rules and regulations available. Next one, internal CSS. Inline CSS, sir. Next one, internal CSS. So what is meaning of internal CSS, sir? HTML code, CSS code available in same program, but not in the same line. Your HTML tags and CSS styles or designed in the same program, but not in same line. So this is the meaning of internal CSS. Or how it is called internally, sir? Within the same program. Within the same program. Just like that, sir. Don't feel any negatively. Your sitting style, my sitting style, internal CSS. I'm sitting one corner of the room in separately, and you are sitting one other side of the room separately. So you and me both are separated by this dais, right? Like that, HTML code, CSS code also separated by the one tag. But previous example observed, na? HTML code, CSS code both are in the same bench. And a faculty student both are sitting on the same bench. Same chair, sir. Same chair, no chance, sir, because chair is broken unnecessarily. 300 rupees waste money. So same chair, no. Maybe same line possible, maybe same bench possible. But now second scenario, separated. We have some partition here like this. That is internal, within the same room, but not in the same line. So one corner CS is available, another corner HTML program is available. That is nothing but an internal CSS. Useful scenario also. And how to develop this internal CSS, sir? Why you used capital letters in red? Today Monday, sir, that's why. So today Monday kada capital letters I use. Tomorrow Tuesday kada small letters I'll use. It's just like that, sir. There is no special reason for that one. And see the next point. If you want to implement the internal CSS, we must use the style tag. Internal CSS should be implemented within the style tag. Style tag, sir, like as H1 paragraph, it's one of the tag. First time we are going to using this. So internal CSS should be implements in style tag. And where we have to write the style tags are, the style tag should comes under the head section. Internal CSS you have to implement in the style tag. Style tag is the sub tag of the head section. Why, sir? Settings. Reason is settings. As per our earlier discussions, the head tag inside we have settings only. Because already we have the title setting and we have one more thing, icon setting. Now CSS settings also comes here like this. So title setting, logo setting, and now CSS settings. After some days, some more settings also comes here. So internal CSS you have to define in this style tag, and this should be the sub tag of the head tag. This is another information about the tag. By chance, if I implement outside the head tag or inside the body tag, the style concept, what happens, sir? It doesn't work, sir. Last session also I said that one link tag compulsory we have to use in head section only. By mistake or accidentally, if you use the link tag in body, it doesn't execute and you are not getting your logos and icons. So some tags positions compulsory, we have to go for those. So finally conclusions are internal CSS styles, HTML tags, both are available in the same program only, but not in the same place. But both presence in the same line. A small example, sir, funny example for internal CSS. Girls don't feel, first of all, they are effective to you. Sporting spirit required, amma. First inline CSS, sir. So Ram, not Rama, Ram. Vets Sita, newly married, amma, recently. Up to 1 year, we don't have any problem. With wife, for husband, no problem. With husband, wife, no problem. Wife and Ram parents also no problem. అది కామన్. అంటే మదర్ ఇల్లా, ఫాదర్ ఇల్లా, ఈ డాటర్ ఇల్లా ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ కదా, నార్మల్లీ డూయింగ్ ఆన్. సో లాట్ ఆఫ్ షేరింగ్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఫన్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ ఎక్సెట్రా. వెన్ అవర్ ద 12 years కంప్లీటెడ్, స్లోలీ స్టార్టింగ్, స్లో పాయిజన్ స్టైల్ అనమాట. అంటే సో మెనీ సీరియల్స్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్, అది నాట్ మై ఫీలింగ్, నాట్ యువర్ ఫీలింగ్. జీ సినిమా, స్టార్ మూవీస్, సో మెనీ సీరియల్స్ అవైలబుల్ కదా, ఆ సీరియల్స్ వన్ ఎపిసోడ్ ఇది, దట్స్ ఆల్. ఇప్పుడు ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ న్యూలీ మ్యారీడ్ కపుల్, దిస్ మేడం ఎంటర్డ్ ఇంటూ ఎ న్యూ హౌస్, న్యూ ఫ్యామిలీ, ఇస్ ఎ కంప్లీట్లీ డిఫరెంట్ లైఫ్ స్ట్రక్చర్. అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ కాంప్లికేషన్, బట్ దే ట్రైయింగ్ లెవెల్ బెస్ట్. దిస్ సైడ్ సపోర్ట్ అవైలబుల్ అయితే ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ నార్మల్. దిస్ సైడ్ సపోర్ట్ లిటిల్ బిట్ మిస్సింగ్, దెన్ ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఫైటింగ్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టార్టింగ్. Going on. Oh, 1 year, 2 years, adjusted, 2.5 years. Peaks, frustration peaks. And third year, separate family. Reason whatever it may be, either Mogal Rekul serial, some Gulabi Rekul serial, either only other something, that one, or something serials. But what happens, sir? Oh, 1.5 year, 2 years after, Ram and Sita and their parents. Both are staying in the same house. Separated, but not in the different families. Same house, but parents cooking separately, they're washing separately their clothes, cleaning their room separately. Because Ram Sita is going to cooking there separately. There, food is separated, bed is separated, things are separated, but house is same. It when sir 2 to 3 years next, 6-7 years completed, sir. They are getting their next generation also. For that one, so much adjustment to sacrificing, sir, etc. Next, what happens, sir? The too much peaks. House also separated now. Not to separate food, not separate beds, not separate things. Now separate houses. First scenario, inline CSS. All are unity. Daughter-in-law only preparing the food for all these things and trying to everything arranging, etc. Unity available. Slowly, sir, something problems, misunderstandings, so not adjusting something. 1.5 years after starts. Parents separately cooking, these separately, but staying in the same house. The internal CSS within the same house, but rooms are different, stoves different, gas cylinder also different. Some scenarios is the sharing same. It timings different. Mana periods untai kada college lo. A morning section one person, evening section one person. After some years, building changed, city also changing, state also changing. The external CSS and what outside. So unity of the family inline. Some disputes, some differences, but staying in the same house, the internal, the disputes goes to peak stage, are separated external. In our life, going like this only. The very few scenarios only it's not happens, sir, but most of the cases the same thing is happens. Inline to internal difference, writing style. Advantages, anything available in internal, sir, compared to inline? Yes, sir. Inline, I already said 2 problems, memory consuming and time taking. The 2 problems we can overcome by using the internal CSS. It's not consuming the more amount of memory and it's not impacting to the performance of your program. And moreover, internal CSS reusability is also comes. And once if you define some styles are, the same style we can apply on the different tags. In inline CSS, that reusability not comes. Personal tag along with this comes. So same style applying on another tag is not possible. But here it is possible. Practically in tomorrow's session, we'll discuss that one. And tomorrow we'll share the Google Classroom link, sir, because our Zoom meeting link is also changed together. So today I'll prepare it, the link, and tomorrow I'll share it. Okay. Thank you all. Tomorrow we'll continue.